You found a home. Your offer was accepted. Now what? This is where a lot of buyers start to feel overwhelmed. So in this video, I'm going to walk you step by step through what happens from the moment your offer is accepted all the way to the closing table here in Savannah, Georgia, Coastal Empire. So step one, your offer is accepted. Once the offer is accepted, you are officially under contract. Congratulations. This is where your contingency period becomes in. Keep in mind, this is to protect your earnest money. So keep close attention to the contract or the binding date. This is when the timelines start. The deadlines matter, and your agent becomes your guide through the process. The next step is earnest money. This is the first thing I recommend, is that you submit your earnest money. This is good faith money. This shows the seller you are serious. This is typically held in an escrow account and applied to your purchase at closing, which is usually closing cost or down payment. In Georgia, we have something called a due diligence period. This is your time to fully investigate the home. Now here we go by calendar days. So during this window, you can schedule inspections, review disclosures, check out the neighborhood during different times of the day, during the weekends, negotiate repairs, and most importantly, you can walk away for almost any reason during this period. The next step is the home inspection period. Now we're doing this during this due diligence period. This is one of the most important steps in the process. A friend of mine, Kelly Scar, says a home inspection is nothing more than a risk assessment. I love that phrase. It's so on key. This is home ownership. They're going to let you know. A licensed home inspector will go through the home and give you a general overview of the property. Their job is to see if there are any safety issues, any potential future concerns, and do a quick systems overview. Now, they are there to identify if any of the major systems need further evaluations. Things like your roof, your heating and air system, your plumbing, your electrical. If anything stands out, you may want to bring in a specialist for a deeper inspection. From there, you can decide whether to move forward, renegotiate, ask for repairs, or credits. And if you're financing, your lender will order an appraisal to make sure the home is worth what you're paying. If not, we may need to renegotiate or adjust the structure of the deal. But here's something I always recommend to my buyers. Don't rush to order the appraisal. You're paying that appraisal once the appraiser goes out to the home. So what I like to do is wait until you feel comfortable after the home inspection. If there are concerns or you're still unsure about the property, it's perfectly okay to wait a few days before giving that green light. That way you're not spending money on an appraisal for a home you may not move forward with. This is all part of the loan processing and underwriting stage. At this stage, your lender is verifying everything: your income, your employment, your assets. You'll want to avoid opening any new credit, making any large purchases, and please don't change jobs. This is where staying financially steady is critical. And this is where I want to give you one of the biggest pieces of advice in the entire process. Don't buy anything unless you talk to your lender first. Even if Lowe's is running a sale and you're thinking about that new washer and dryer, wait. Your lender is reviewing your credit and bank statements very closely. Opening a new line of credit or making large purchases can actually impact your loan approval. I actually did a short video breaking this down because I've seen it happen over and over again, and it's one of the easiest mistakes to avoid. So the best thing you can do, keep everything exactly as it is until closing. Now, before we get to the final walkthrough, there's one milestone you'll hear that's incredibly important. And there are 3 magic words: clear to close. This means your lender has fully approved your loan, underwriting is complete, and you are officially ready to move forward to closing. Once you hear those words, you're in the home stretch. Right before closing, you'll do what is called a final walkthrough of the home. This is to make sure all agreed upon repairs are completed, the home is in the condition you expect, and this typically happens after you've received that clear to close from your lender. And the next step, guys, this is where magic happens, is the final step. It's closing day. This is the finish line. You'll sign all the final documents, funds are transferred, and then you get the keys. And you're officially a homeowner. Congratulations. Every step in this process has a purpose, and when you understand what's coming next, the entire experience becomes much less stressful. So if you're planning to buy a home in Savannah or anywhere in coastal Georgia and want someone to guide you step by step through this process, feel free to reach out. You can also check out the full buyer guides on my website, where I break everything down even further. And make sure to subscribe to my channel so you don't miss our weekly buyer tips and market updates. Guys, thank you so much for watching. God bless and have a great day.